This is Anegbete community, situated in Isako Central Local Government Area of Edo State. It is an agrarian community with united people that promotes unity and oneness for peaceful coexistence. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the cradle of black civilization, a kingdom where king is truly king. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is, the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set rolled out in beauty colors to showcase their might and strength, indicating their feet and ready for the responsibilities behold on them. The streets in the community with a feed up of young men and women adorned with the festival. Later, the royal family takes the stage as their children fight out royally and work in the community to showcase their might and fitness.
My leader. TV, certainly the best.
The Ekoko masquerades from Ute village, whose cult is connected with Obaeware and his mother, Elere, appear on this occasion to bless the Oba. Ekoko is a ritual masquerade that dances to please the guests and the Oba.
ITV, certainly the best.
The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Bully, we're talking
That's
about.
what I said. So
that's-
when they bullied her,
Yeah.
now, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intentional about our parenting.
If you know a child is being abused or you see signs, a bruise or a child, it has to be investigated.
People barely even breathe when they are going for a shrebi and something.
Party.
You have to be
They can't
smart.
sit
If
down.
you see where they are dressing them up and dragging on both sides, you cannot breathe. And these women will stay in those events for hours just to keep up with that beauty trend.
Is that healthy?
That's not healthy.
I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels and we're reaching you live from our Lagos Network studio. Of course, Women in Conversation is a program designed for women to discuss about themselves.
ITV, certainly the best.
Hello and welcome to Women in Conversation on ITV. You're live from our Lagos Network studio. I am Patricia Uremu Gabriels. And today I have seated with me some beautiful women that will be looking at domestic violence. But before we go into the program properly, I'm going to be introducing my guests who are seated here looking very pretty. Of course, I have on my right Princess Edith Madejomo. She is an entrepreneur and the CEO of Freedit Global Limited. Edith, you're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And then on the far right, I have Abiodun, who is a registered welfare worker in the UK, and she's a women's speaker. Abiodun, you're welcome.
Welcome.
And then to the left, of course, I have Barrister Chisom Agbafo. Chisom is a legal practitioner. You're welcome, Chisom.
Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies, we're going to be looking at domestic violence. And before we go into looking at domestic violence, I have a write-up that I read from a writer. So I'm going to read through this write-up before we go into the program properly. So a writer once said that women who do well in marriages always have some traits and mindsets. Let's take a look at some of these mindsets. Okay. So the writer said, some of these mindsets could be they have their own life, their joy doesn't depend on their husbands. Their mood does not depend on their husbands. The women makes a healthy marriage if you don't have mood and you're not looking to your husband. Okay. And the writer also said, they believe that they don't chase validation. They carry peace, knowing that peace draws their men back home. He also went on to say they know when to talk and when to keep quiet, saying not every reaction deserves reply. So with all the domestic violence we have seen, starting from the gospel singer Osinachi and down to the recent one in Calabar, the one that allegedly the wife poured her husband or set her husband ablaze because of an argument. And funny enough, this marriage was just for 6 months, And so we're going on also to Haruna, who was recently pardoned by the president. after allegedly, or anyway, she has been sentenced to death because it's not allegedly anymore. She was sentenced to death and she served that jail term for 6 months. But she was among the people that the president recently gave pardon, and she's out of the prison. So let's go down to the problem right now. We are women, and we know the problem. I think it's the domestic violence. That is a major problem in marriage. But let me start with you, Chisom, as a barrister. How will you define domestic violence, Joyce?
Okay, thank you very much, Patricia. The issue of domestic violence, I would say that every time a woman is being silenced or emotionally broken, you could say that, that is not just her story. It is how the society is built. That's how it is. And so, the law, according to the law, domestic violence is, a deliberate harm that is being done to somebody directly, either to cause harm or to make the person traumatized, harassed, intimidated, So this is what domestic violence is. And domestic violence are of different types. We have the physical abuse, we have the emotional abuse, we have the psychological abuse, and we have the financial abuse. So domestic violence can be seen in these 4 aspects. The physical abuse, where the person intentionally causes harm, the partner causes harm to the lady, beating, injuring her, and all sorts of physical violence. Then the emotional part is when they deal with your mindset, deliberately making you to rethink things, traumatize. You're confused, to cause confusion on the person, or deliberately trying to intimidate that person by demeaning or degrading the lady. We could also say that, apart from women going through domestic violence, that's why we just say the victim, because it could be a man,
it could be a
woman as well. So basically, I think that is what encompasses domestic violence.
But it's mostly the women that goes through this
Yes, you could say
violence,
80% of, especially where we are, we're in Nigeria, and, mostly women fall prey to domestic violence because of cultural perception and the way society, tradition, and all of that is mostly women.
Okay, Abiodun, let me come to you. We just heard what the writer said through the reading, and so I'm going to ask: would you say these women didn't or doesn't have any of these traits or mindsets? The women that are domestically abused.
What I would say, women, my sister has already said what domestic violence is, and from my understanding of the writer is like you can't. I think it's behavioral issues. Yeah, it's either the woman or the man has behavioral issues, and it should not be tolerated. It's not a healthy atmosphere to be in. It's dangerous, as we can see. It can lead to death, it can lead to emotional harm, it can lead to psychological harm. And so, to me, domestic violence should be, is a serious issue that, if not dealt with, it will become worse. And as you can see, the end result is not like, where if, a thief steals something, at least, that they can survive it, but it can lead to death, it can lead to not only, holistically, children as well being affected because in a marriage context. And domestic violence could be in a relationship even before marriage, and so to me, when I see domestic violence, as my sister said, it could be sexual abuse, it could be financial, it could be psychological, emotional. So, and that's, can you imagine going through that at home or with your relationship? It will affect every aspect of your being. You go to work, you can sort of discern or observe somebody that is being abused because they can't focus. They're easily agitated or they're anxious, and and I've, personally had someone in the family that years back that was killed, and in a relationship, and I remember when we heard the story was that she was going to break up with her boyfriend. And then something happened. This, we found out that maybe she had a drug overdose, but many believe that she was killed.
So the story, if I heard you clearly, she took drug overdose or she was killed.
What we know is that the last thing is that she was having issues with her relationship with her boyfriend. Maybe she found out he was probably cheating on her or so. That's the last day that she got killed. So she went to her boyfriend's house. They found her body in her boyfriend's house, but the boyfriend said that she had an overdose. Yeah. So we just know that relationship was not healthy anyway. So there's a lot of things, and this was like 20 years ago. So I still remember.
Okay, so Edith, to you, the same question. Do you think these women that go through domestic violence, from their partners, do not have that mindset, or they do not have their own mindset? Or what do you think? Do you also think that when you're experiencing such things from your partner, you should take a walk?
Oh yeah, that's my opinion. I don't think any woman will want to walk out of a good marriage. Women are wired to be patient, to be tolerant, and to be loved. Any woman that sees red flag, I will tell you, no second chance. Because the red flag are always there. The red flag are never green. They will never turn green. They're always red. They will never turn green. If you see the red flag, please take a walk. Talk to somebody. I don't believe in this. You listen to what people say, what pastors say, what the society will say. Why not think of what people will say when you die? Why not think of what people will say when the spouse finally kill you? You understand? So I will suggest, if you have any reason to or violence or domestic violence, you take a walk. Domestic violence, like my lawyer rightly said, domestic violence is different ways. They come in different ways. Abusive relationship to marriage, verbal violence, emotional violence. So somebody can talk you down and dehumanize you. That is domestic violence to me. They will talk you down. You feel worthless of yourself. Anybody that talk you down and make you feel worthless of yourself and make you feel less of yourself is not worth standing with. Not talk of being into a relationship. True. You understand it? So that's my opinion. So they'll talk you down, they make you see yourself worthless, they make you question if you are existing, they make you question your existence.
Okay, let me quickly come in here. Most women, that's when they believe that the man loves them.
Oh my
let me tell you why I said that. Okay, so I have a cousin who is dating this guy. And each time the guy wants her over, is to either come and cook or come and do his laundry. And then one day I asked her, I said, what is wrong with you? Why do you have to, anytime he calls you is because he wants you to come and cook or he wants you to come and do his laundry.
That's a user.
What is wrong with you? And she said, because I'm the one he chose, it's me that he loves.
Because
what do you guys think about that?
The thing is, they want to establish control. Domestic violence generally is control. The partner or the person who is the abuser wants control, total control of your mental state, your physical body and everything. So, the society has romanticized abuse to the extent that they feel like it is strength, endurance. So the more you endure in a marriage, the more it gives you strength, or the more you get experience. So I'm a married woman for 10 years. So I've seen all sorts of abuse, tragedy in my marriage, and I can advise the younger ones. I think that is what some people say. Most people, they see it as endurance. You go back to your mother-in-law and tell you, oh, I've been through it before. It's not a new thing. Don't worry. With time, you will change. You could pray.
And some of them don't change. But some do change.
Most people, they don't change.
Is it marriage? Is the person,
no,
is she married to?
No, they're dating. So they're dating and they're
That should not even be, and and then you're
But
doing
like
the
what she
laundry
said,
and you're
do
doing the
you
washing.
think they changed completely?
Like I said, red flag don't turn green.
They
They never turn green. They don't suddenly change. They are there. Rather, the will go worst.
Yes.
They
And
don't. They
there's
are
no
there.
amount of prayer
That will
that
change them.
would change that
some
person.
people.
As in,
Some
looking
people.
at the example, the lady, the singer who's late now,
Osinachi,
yes.
I'm sure because I think she's a
She
popular
was
person
praying.
in the church.
yes,
She holds
yeah.
a high position. She's close to the pastor and all of that. She was basically building her her career in the church.
Yeah.
So it's beyond prayer. There's no amount of prayer that can solve, a person who is an abuser, that would change that person. So I think the society needs to move beyond go and pray or just endure. I mean,
But we
that's
have also
another
seen where some prayers worked.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it works.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You
We have
don't
also
understand
seen where
why
some
that-
prayers worked and the partner changed for a
Yeah.
better
I
person.
don't
There have been
believe that.
cases.
That is just 2%.
I don't believe that.
But I feel that yes, it will work in prayer, but maybe there'll be a time of separation so that they can deal with the issue in deliverance, in prayer,
So
in
see
word.
counselors and all
Yes,
that.
but
See,
to be together and then still, because at any time it can come forth, and then when the man is ready or is the woman, then healthy. Because even in the Bible, it does not say you should tolerate violence. Is not tolerated. Anger
Of course,
is not
it's not
tolerated.
tolerated.
And God even says in the Bible that the exception of divorce is sexual immorality and things like this. Hatred or that. So
violence.
the violence, yes, so it's
Yeah.
not.
So I would say that, since you said prayer could work,
Mhm.
I would say that prayer alone cannot work.
No.
For prayer to
Counseling,
work,
with
there have to
counseling.
be deliberate actions
With
that are put in
counseling,
place.
yeah.
Maybe there should be a
There have to be
therapist.
correct. There has to be
A
an
counselor.
acknowledgement.
Yeah.
from
Acknowledge the fact that there is
You have
an
to-
issue.
I can't take this from you. You can't raise your voice at me. You can't beat me. You can't do all of that. And that action that would be taken, form of, like you said, therapy. That was when you can now say, okay, you're adding prayer to, but then you're taking steps.
Okay,
to make this
she
work.
is speaking as a barrister and Abiodun here is speaking to us as a pastor.
yes, I would say that because law and morality are two different things. But outside that, we can't just base on religious aspects. Prayer works, right? But then
Definitely.
you have to back it up with an action.
Definitely.
You have to make that move. You have to, actually acknowledge that this is an abuse and I'm a victim. So I think that should be.
Does the abuser actually acknowledge the fact that they are an abuser?
They don't actually. But you have to make them see that they are an abuser.
That's where
You know?
Abiodun says prayer comes in.
Most of these
They
abusers,
don't.
they are narcissists.
They are manipulating.
They'll manipulate you. They'll
Yes.
make people see you as a bad person.
Of course.
And they will bring the good person.
Yes.
So the outside world, they are the good ones. They are lovely. They are accommodating outside. And at their home, they are warriors. They are demons. That
Name.
is it. That is narcissist for you.
Yes.
They'll make people paint you black. And they'll be nice outside.
Yeah.
When you go outside, you're talking about your partner in a bad light. They were like, no, not this girl that I know, not this boy that I know. And they are demo at home.
Can I say something?
Yes,
Because,
please, go ahead.
because to me, I also want. I've seen things happen, and I know domestic.
Abiodun, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you short there because we're going on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Abiodun was saying something before we went on a short break. Yes, you were saying something.
Yes, I was saying that I used to go to a church, and part of the administration of this man of God was that before he got saved, he had anger issues and mental health, and and he had his wife endured domestic violence for probably about almost 12 or 15 years, and his wife was praying for him and everything. She didn't leave him, praying constantly. She used to
And
go
he
to
was
church.
beating her up.
She used to
That's
get
where he
angry
is.
and beat her, and until he got saved.
And they are raising kids in that home.
Until he got saved. But the thing is, what I'm just saying is that there was a turnaround. Yeah. And this is because the woman loved him dearly, and I'm not saying that, but this is what happened. She prayed, she fasted for this, her husband, and prayed to God, and God turned his life around. He got saved, And he repented, he started going to church, and his life turned around, and he started to treat her well, look after the, apologize. Till today, he loves his wife, and he's now a pastor. Yeah. Doing a lot of work for Christ. A lot of people have been saved through him. A lot of marriages have been
like Edith said, that could be just 2%. And then again, from your own angle, do you think the woman took a risk doing all of that because she could have been killed in that process? What's your take?
Okay, my take is exactly opposite of what she said. Because I feel like 80% of women who have fallen victim and stayed for a while is because they've heard this kind of story. You understand? They must have heard some success story from somebody in the church, or even pastors preach it in church. They say no matter what you're going through in marriage, you should, divorce is not allowed. This is not, don't do this, don't do that. Because
not all churches.
I think there was something I posted on my socials one time. I said that as a woman, if you understand your legal rights in marriage, there are a lot of things that you would not condone, and a lot of people, there was backlash. What do you mean? You're not submissive and all of that, because submissive, it's a religious term, right? But then if you look at the way it is in our world today, because your partner wants to establish dominance, there's no form of equality. There's no form of respect. And once respect goes out, then that's it.
There's nothing there
There's
anymore.
nothing there anymore. So Abiodun, I like the fact that you said, okay, he changed. He became a pastor. Is an example. But it shouldn't be a threshold, or it shouldn't be...
I never said it's a threshold. I said this is what the church I went to at one point, and the pastor ministered in this. And then the wife also said when she went through this, but she must have prayed, and the Holy Spirit must have told her to wait, that this is what this man is going through, and this is what he's going to become. I'm not saying it's an example for anybody, but you have to, as a wife, as a woman of God, she might have heard what she heard, that for her to continue to pray for this husband. Yes, for her to continue to pray for this man of God, that this is what he's going to become. At that time, it didn't look like it.
She stayed in the marriage.
She stayed in the marriage.
At that time, he wasn't a pastor.
At that time, he wasn't a pastor.
So
he wasn't even saved.
The abuse continued.
Yeah, she prayed, and his life turned around. And I'm just saying, she continued to pray, and it became. I'm not saying that this is an example for anyone, but
why were they preaching all that for the congregation? Still, why was the pastor preaching that to the congregation? Is he trying to make it a foundation for others to follow? And why was the wife supporting it? That there should be long suffering in the hand of in the marriage.
I think my problem with what she said was she was still in that
marriage for 12 years,
taking the abuse
while the abuse was going on, and the man with full pride stand in the congregation to preach that the men should keep abusing their wife. Sorry, I'm not saying
that's not the case.
I'm asking
he was an example. He was telling what he went through. This was a man that was transformed. This was a man that was a wife beater. Used to have go through anger issues,
and he's encouraging the congregation to keep doing what they are doing.
He was just
saying, their wife
he was talking of his story.
He was talking about his experience and how God touched him and turned his life around.
Okay,
no. You have to. So that other people there that are going through, they can know that there's still hope. In a situation. No, just to know if a man is there, and a wife is there, there's different situations.
It's just 1 out of 10.
Yes.
So someone could have stayed back and
get killed.
No. Please, I don't want every woman you're going through abuse, domestic violence in your home. Get help. Shout. Speak to your pastor, your counselor.
Okay,
get help.
Let me come in here quickly. Let me use this example too. Yesterday, someone came to me and was telling me a story. This story is about a younger brother whom I know does drugs. Okay, he had gone, when someone does drugs and turn into a mad person. But this girl has been standing by him and has refused to go. She has a reason. It's not a wife, they're dating. She has a reason for not wanting to go. This guy takes drugs, will beat her up, will push her out of the house. The sister who came to talk to me, because we know the story, will go and tell the girl, move. I have told you, go. Don't stay. He's my brother. I'm just waiting for me to hear he's dead so I can come and pick up his corpse and bury. Because the situation was what took their mother's life. The mother died at just 63. She was very young and pretty when she died. Okay, so now the sister walked up to me yesterday and said, do you know my brother is getting married? I said, which of them? He said, the same one you know.
Oh my
So the
God.
same.
I said, to who? He said, to the same lady.
Wow.
I said, why? She's still there. And she said, listen to me. I know you will get upset when you hear this. And that's why I came to meet you. So you call him and talk sense into his head. That the brother said to her that, I don't think I want to marry her. Eh? We went to the hospital. I heard that she has fibroid. And then again, since we've been dating, she had never taken him. So I turned to the sister. I said, I don't know what you responded, but this is my response. How sure is he that this problem of not getting pregnant is not coming from him? With all the drugs that you have taken in life, and you see somebody standing. So my question here now is, why is it always women?
Can you say the man with all the luggages is pointing at one luggage that the woman had, the fibroid, which is a natural thing. That is, it's not that she caused it on herself.
By herself, yeah.
You understand? You are pointing at that, and you are pointing at her infidelity, her infertility. Well, or no, you're not a doctor, and nobody has given you the breakdown of her medical history to know that, okay, you are not
give
you know, you're already pointing at her having fibroid. You can imagine this type of men we have in the society.
Thank you very much, Princess. Because
Take it
let's
from there.
even circle back to the main issue. The main issue for women is shame.
Yeah.
That is the main issue. Shame. You see that shame?
What will people say?
Exactly. What will people say? If this man goes, will marry me again? Will I see any other person? What will my mother-in-law say?
They should think of
like that.
what people
You know?
will say when they are kid. Don't think of what people will say when you walk away.
It's because of the way
If you
people judge women.
If you are in
the
an abusive
society,
relationship,
you know, they feel if you get out of any marriage or any relationship, they feel it's your fault. You didn't do this right. You didn't. But that is the first step. The first step is acceptance. Acceptance that I'm a victim. I am dating an abuser or I'm married to an abuser. Then you have to stop that denial. Stop following what people are saying. Stop following what women who are married for over 1 decade, they are giving you advice. I mean, as at the time they married in 1942.
people that will tell you to stay in there. When the chips are done, when the woman is finally killed, they will not be responsible for your children.
They would even
Your
marry
children
another
will be
wife
thrown to the
as
street.
quick as
I
possible.
always say that. The children will be thrown to the street, or they will be there, and those people that advise you to stay, to be patient, to tolerate, they won't be there for your children.
Exactly.
After 3 months, they are all gone.
Exactly.
And just have it at the back of your mind, whether the man or the woman, when the spouse is killed or dead due to the abusive marriage, the other one has the right to remarry.
Okay.
ITV, certainly the best.
Essa não toca esse!
Puxa, tá, galera.
Ina se ti wi ewe una se ti di agun ya ya zo won dion
meje oh my son meje we say oh my dear oh we na bo here ina be aje be do
ina do ba o yes ina do se won
yes meje we say that menisha oh na bo here we say what's my dear is it
Sama tope.
Wayagi magpome samane. Wayagi magpome samane. Wagume pwedetio. Wagume pwede samane.
The Esama of Benin Kingdom thanked the new Edion for visiting him and advised them to always abide by the rules and regulations of their new positions. The Esama urged them to indulge in what will continue to bring development and progress to the community.
When I say it's your job, I went to us and I know what I will.
Yes, Papa.
The caliber was in a couple of wisdom. Who paid you? Who paid you?
Baba.
Eko mwana sewa. Ewa ya lote nete dirwe asewa mafoma. Awe huwe dine. Ejo wuhi. Ejo na wele. Ejo na pulupe. Ejo na mnuri ya kwa ewa hangi wala. Wawi kwa ba. Ojo wuhi. Kaja de nena ya de wuhi. Wawi kwa de wuna mwana. No mase wilo kaji.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Oya bota now. Ogi bota we se de no pe o. De na wa yire. Wa ya bupo ogbon na di mala. Maka bo kon salobo aye dagbe ma ya fe. Ya na mi we onwe ma we supuna 2026. You know na ni wa. Awe gbura 2025. Awe gbura ene. Awe ani hu yo. When my Nerunia, Mupowe say, Honorable, Dina. Uki Yasukino, a day I said there, Upoya Supo, Uzola Suzola, Iraku Yarwe, Denania, when I Upo ye, when I am Upo, you know, Hekenaru, having no Bela, na ya dole ne na la yi e ma ye ni wa oni ibota already na ibota e kwe ga gboso we we matawa na ya ka oni o khanata we iba ota
eradicate
regede ana swi balile uga de gedegbe na ite palo regena iba na tutayi aejagayo iba ota oni ma ite ibota na ni wa ya no ogun egwa we na de na we na mpo na na ore ba go ten re pastor kabaru na mo
ibi edodo go be iselogbe wa bibi na ke kai wa bota wa bidanyo wa bediketi ofo mo sago wa yaro oba atokpe
ise ore wa ten re Victor Ibizugbe
donewu wa donewu zomo owa dona gi ko atemi orere kenu mi o mi na do atiye na gbon bi ma kan wa aye wa ga fi were garo upona ga fi were la dagbe ma ya oba atokpe
ise me o sa bo se je no ye o no ri edo ba yo ka ore do ya fe mejo tu wa ya oba atokpe
ise
eni ma gwa kan ni wa omuhan ore upona yena omuhan bo de ni bu ya fe na ya gba ore gbima de afi wori ero no keke na ga upona ma we ko yinu we ikai de ye be ro na aye we no ga aye we nupo ma we ge atuma no gba go sun ogina ore wa ge pastor kabaru na mo
edodo pe wo
obukan
domono wa makaka botu wa edodo pe wo ma be pon salo ba ye dagme imaya fe unda noragmo owe iselogbe no pa ne we adobo se kedo ye kino lo ye ora riso we ra wi iselogbe bi nu le aka we ogbe iselo nu da we yin gigu agbonro o we gu agbonro una dami imana una ri mana bi ma gbe iselogbe nu maka abokpon sa obo aye mi nu sa lo ba oni ma ke wuwe ona do ri eti ni ma da ya sede na ni ma ya na na goda o na do mi ewe upogbon na lai na o sa lo go do akeri eti ni ma ya la o eyin ma je na ma pon mo go do anu we edi ma pon mo go do ale gbima ma be pon ni te ni pe ave ni ko ma be pon ni mo o sa obo ya we ma se oro mo ge pon mo ge so pa ete apon mo go do awe ara mi fowe ni are mi omuwe oro we de yiye da dia opono gbera ofomo osene so pa obe eyi magije na obe we eniyan ka ora ki asun emi ogbon na ki asun obe we da ya mo egbe ko ye okay na won mo no re suku ara emi ere ogbeda re ara mi ere e class no ga aye ni re amu esufo re ye ke re mo egbe opono awo egbe sun obe ere class obe eye ri ri na ego deni are la mo egbe ko obe seni lagbara nu nda o so eri no na ko we be no ka o na te primary 1 imupare babare 2 o be ege mi na ke re viore no be gbegbe seni lagbara no o ka ga bo mo egbe do mo ne te tie be no o gbegbe sika o gbegbe woyo be ni asset ni ya le ogogbon na mie na no lagbara so pa mapo wo do ai ma so yi ugbe am egbe se de ogogbon na ye wari ma fi u de fi agbon ma ye kira le ama ro ke aye wa ma eme de bie but insurance we ga mo igbese oba la to pe
ise we say obiye me wa he no tai ama ere de ye ima wa gwan pe du so no ka pe de nu poge vai ma ya gwan na mana so pa bi ro ri aye o sa ro bo adole yi ni ma
ise
agwa ne hu when we ya mo egbe enwe no sa ro bo ari enwe enwe ni ka wa ri enwe nu mi ewe no gbera ne ma o ya dolo bona e no sunu dame e mo ame no a e me go ni ma mi no a e me mi no ma so bo no a e me amadolo yese no a e me agun egbe na no a me we me gbe a mi no ma keke ni hu e ga ru a do zan no ga ro eni ya fe ai ya ge we ge mama no re bona ekina dono wa do ki de nu mi eki eke fi gbona eke we no eke wari na eke egwe na eke milano nudo de nu mi ewo npo itegba ena ya fe aare ya we mama o po na dala ya se gbogbo no ma agwa kaya ni wa o te mere bizugbe egun ayo
Hedonebu wa habitota akaka boss aga wa se kepetu we ni wa dan head ma ha you kan na kan pogbo na la na who da we eri una ga we ebo we egbon wa ro be ri dibi afi weri eto ladian ku gba kere una ga we mi opopa emi na be sunu ye ke opopa kan be ya sunu wo ekeru gunya yunukpo we gba ye ukpo na inyanu we mi ewo be no we ka we se edo kan we ase de ga na me wa fi were na ga ro afi were we ga re no kan we ga mi ewo hu do ni ugbo gbegbe a ekiwe do a de mi nu weru bi mu na nu wina lu ya de ba we de agbe tu we ki abore a u we re no kan o ku gbode wo bo kan ra tu we ki wa kan pa we rere de mi weru de wu me nu o ka ke na nu fi gweri e nu ga me mi nu hu da wo wa na me mi no e me no ta u do ga wo wa na hi o ti e do lo wa yi e na se ti ga hi o ma se ti ga hi o yo te kekan gbogbon na we la na ni a ugba mo gbe yo he wa ke ya lupo na tu ke wa we mu dia no we ra he emi e fe nu he ya wo gwe a abi tu kan ri bo yemi da na mewe enoro be galadian de ugbo we gbe ayamu ha we yoto ni a zo bu kan afi ono ya anwi na abi wo pa kan ko ya rewe emi ni ya obun e ki we do a de ye ki owe orede no bo ye ki gbafa e ki orede no bo we te do umi ewe e ki gbu asi lugba lo ki upo na we afi we ri a abi wu aye we gbe sun e ga we ye re inu ka rewe dege ri onu ufi bo be guri ni we ga ro be ogbe e ba e dele ko iso ire e ga na de na mi mana e ba na adele ri na de yiye na ta nwina ate ya wa amayu aye e okoko ya adu e iku
ku wese
oba atokpe
ise eniwa iwada no ta oten mabuwe de oten pastor eso ro o ka no edika ebugbora de kan babuka yeso la jawo ni ma re gunda e ma so de dan yi ma ga teme so we so pa me emi no we de ebe no wan no salo boya jiji na gbe la dia ma we ya ze de wana
domo ni wa edo no pe o o salo boya agbon na ma mi ma e ko to gbaru da ma ko aero awa so pa me so ro no wa to ta bi bo kwa ara ya agwalo ni ero akoro na hara emu we ko we aro yi owa ma wa e koko ya do eku o salo baba mi ba na re ne we amako ero nu we ga o we mu se ni ye o bo no na wa ya gbe o segi ne gbe emi ni ma gbo kan de na e afi weri e we wi yo total we nu re ogbo wa ya ise we o ga o e ke nu na de so bo mu salo bo nu ga ide e ke nu we na de we total wa paro no so ba mari e ko na ya o yi na ya he we emi ni una ima we se nu do de ni la o ze ni mana ma mu so e na so ro ne do ne de total no de mu dia o ba we bi gba ori eke di ege we emi na ni e una ze ne ri ma ya ta ba ge bizugbe we mana ze dia mu dia no o yi onu de mu dia wa nyu nyi ne egbenu ka nyi ukpono gbera ewujebe uyu egbe sun medical test e won we e me soro iye we gbe yulu le we e vekrikri bu de me da o gba kia e me so ke wa sun le ipe de va bu be mi ukpona that on the second ipe de va e de o ka owo ara wa we mi ukpona ri ba e kini bu ma kie so je be kie o e do o ka oni ipe de baba so sun le ne wa we zaza be ni gbo we mi ukpo unda igba ke we pe do ka oni opa me ukpoge ba we aseki yoso ene ai be total we gbe mama we bia we nukpo nu we do bo be mie nu we mama we ukpo na ya ka sun e igo na ni miena no denya ego ni kaya dweki geni ya deba emi kakye where's those over here ebreadi nokpo ebreadi no pa kakye so me en we do mi mo po ikegba e ko we me ka mo we no akye mineral na te anyo no fure bai no be de bread ne nokpo o be ya gwale ke no na be de o be o ga ma ne ko rie de ba be ko e no tota o yo o e wi ni emi e no gbera ni ya wa ya swe ki anyo no be de bread ba o no be no fure no be de ba no ya rio de ba man we me oni o e ni magwa kana nu da e be no we be ni kata wo pagaro na mi we usesele ke gberi gaje awa ko ndo sa obado oba be da yiko bo kin se le o sena venya useni venya ni o gba ni ya bori o banu ha o ma se ti ya sa emi ame we mi amudu ni na ti apatesi na ko da soto ogbe yewu ne ema ni ya mo mi go boy na ibo ka de ko be ne magu wa obuwa ero derogo wa ya se ti ya go na eme van we bi ya gmo ma do vio ni ya do gaye igo ni na wa me awu ko na so ye ya so ni na we ye ga ke na na bo o he o se ke no he ni na we ge na ge ni je we na we woki e va na do me ga mo igo ke wu ya renia ye bu ya ge ye ti ni ya do vio me va ni na e Jonathan be e jombu ya do gayi go ni ya ye e dagbe ya gayi go ni ona we ni me wu na yi me go ona wo ma wi ya me bo wa o we me no pa so pe zagodo go fi bo pa keka ko de ko wa ko de ye me ona wo wa ma emwe iwe na de we agwale ezagodo oga we kuro kinegbo e ya ga leru we ma atu opa ninu we me ni ya ye abo ga ni uga tuwe o ga ivone do ka mi e ona gele we rio o fi gbona gbera gbona we ya khiyo ya asusa emi no mari e mo boga wu e o sa ba fi agbe do emi we lapo gbona u me ma ra pa be ko enu awu ya pa bu sere usena obama ya gu se ginegbe obama be ya ra gbona yu sere oba atope
ise anyway obama ya gu se ginegbe so bona gu se sima so bona gu se suwa usomo no usigo no no yakin na tuto sanu dazi enika emi no iwe mane do ya fe no salobo apase yo no nere iwe ma ya se gbe otona mu mami mi mai ya se hotel gelegele ase amanya enya ma ho ni awe awa mi mai ma wa viubo ma wa hunwa otona salobo ya yi ma ke pori ade ke go giso ade ma evidence eni ye ma na mi mai otondo ma na mi mai na ite data ere mara we mi guess ma na mi mai wo ki edo no pe wo ma agbegbe ma kan owu egbe ora la we gogo ire na mi mai ri yo we upona mo na ni wa ne do wa ni we kon ne do wa ni bi ri da yin egbere wa gi ma tota na ka bo gba ko to wo ekeno te ma la e ne bo ya mama na te map oro de ara do fie wo kekena abre ge na fie wo de court magiri ma ri court usore ni ma ho ne no ti ma we gbe enihi na mu me mai eri ono ni wa ze we no ta ba imuno sa emi akin go ko ni na no do du e ki o fi gbon no do ado ku po ma jeri aye ro nu we e ki nu wa do e ina ka inu kan e ki o fi gbon nu wa do e ki bari e ki moto e ki no ri akin na ke na we ya bio bona ke ki ivie ni gbe ni bio runa e we do ma de fi o bozo ma la de fi o ave tuto salobo ayo awe gbewe mama erere we igba ino se o ma na seti asane emo nu bio yo webe wozo ma na migo ya mo migo ya ha we etemina we temi ite we gba o ma ti we migo no ave ya ha temi no pa olowo udo lo ani wo ke dege ni afia ya ze sopa ori enwe usaro bari no wa biro ubiere obiro enina o mai oro ipolo apolo no giwa o ya ruwe ni wa egbe emita ma wona na we upono gbera na ni maye na no gbera na da mo hena emi no ye no lowo no hin ara mi no lowo ni ge gbe sunu de mi o do ko ifipo na when me only I have for so about get me only for you we make na ma order you now make na dollar mo yi o ten bizugbe
o pogbon na mu he be no keke na ya yin be na ya be lo e magun kan na o be are be no wan o pe ana no wa me ogomade na bun ona mo egbe wi yen me keni ehin ari o kepa ona fi obo ye po ona ri e isele ona ri no pa ona ri islave ona ri no pa ona ri slis na ri na awogomade ai wa ya do ki o yen de ni ere o tere na ri slis ona yi slis ona ya yen ipin isen ya yen ipin gbe na ri slave na ya yen ipin ene ya yen ipin ipin na ri slo pa na we o pe na yen awo ma no hin ekonoma ko yo na ya ro ona ya tonu to na ri wo ile yuwe ari na mewo ke no yore awa gbo wa da negasi wa ma wa be wa ya dweki he na ri pe ipin se na ya bi ipin gbe la na we re ni emi ewo ona we ofun egbegbo ero ogbon adesi e okin na ri pin vana or ri pin nere na we ofu egbe emi no ma kan aso obo na ri se le pa na na we yan awa manu hi no ro we kan ma ko yi igo we yen ton na yu woto ona ya wo le na we ogbon aja dan e okin wo se ti yi kobo ya ki kobe va de ti yen wa ri wo na ya we o be ni go no abie nugbe na ya ton ya yo to ni okpa no me ni ona mi e ona ri ba no me no bun hu do ni de we se ti yi kobo ya ki kobe va we fi were e upogbon awe lana we ni an we se ti ya ye wa ri kobo ye ki gebe ki kobe va de agbe we ga se ti awo ni we ri ki amomo go bi wa hu da we oku na egbe ma ya le o re yi ege na o wo yi wewe here nusa ti be garu na we mi we so we rie no ma no wa gu ge we kan we ga ge wewe ga ku na we ga gu we de gu we te we amomo me de gbe wewe kin no we rie tu we rie no ma hu da we no rion we kai tinumu yo orion enwa nu lo o kan ya we la wo da
we se
oba atope
ise e don no ni wan we lupo na ye magwa kana ya se mugbo ya se ya ugbo nuwe mu nupo bi ha ye opona e ko na mugbo nya bie wo obo we na o ma se tin ya nwu na wo na o mami na nwu na no mo sie le nya ni manama emi no bi nya ri emi na ge ori nya wo ya wo se
o nya
ori ha do ri oka wo ya egene de imatemi tomatoes mai mi ekwe mai mi ehie mai mi ya kolo ugbe ma hunda isia ike mwere na mai ko we ni mateka ko o haro ami mahadi ne suma o emi o ke na fi wo ya ro nedo na mi we emi na here no waga na ma do ma ha we ko o ya ro kere awe bari oba ewu obo no abo o de na ya mugbo o de abe ni aro o te ha ni avion ni ya mugbo obo sese o te
Domusa. Nala wo edunu peru. Owe no so bawa ma. O ke kira ya giawa. Je we no si ho no ma fe owo ka bie mo da mi ya gbofo onyonyo ko give ai. No ya yo bosu do we mo ze ko na ragun. Nala wo eme ni magun akara. O ke ye we na we emi na gba ori yeke. Na ya re mi se na mana muso be na gwaleji na mana muso be o de no keke nda ken wete on wese ukpono gbera o ma seba woto bo ye ku wege ebize ni mana wa seba fu emize nda no mu egbedo o eke no ri adobo mi o ma seba o emize no mana seba eye ga kia be do be emize no mana seba ni o ka bo mu egbe be no sun no de na we gbedo sure de na o kwe emi na gba ogi yeke na ge kina na de na ge mi ze we mo gbe apowo so ba we eno ya ma su we lupo no gbera fun ne so pe ye na iberi etin we go be o oje be ne upoje oje na gebe wa izetiebe una tie papa ni fo ugwo ni uwo ogbon nu we ni ba nu we heke we gbeso ebi no ogbon ni tari no tam we nu ya tie o emie enu dege enu mie so pa wa gi ma ga ese o sa no ba la ni ma ga degi eke no ga lago da oni ma so pe no aya lago da oni awe ma we na be ipede ne no gbera na ni we amugbe wa ga kia do afi we ri ebu nyi meso do afi we eri ma no ro wa ma ne gu wa no ro wa go ze bo do no ro wa we akpomo sa oba we un we lu po no gbera supo na de ba me so no afi we ri bi wa we no jo wa di de no ko ni e afi okmanike na ku gbe ga ro ne mo we mama e yo to ne a e do ya tie mo ya fe bu na nu ye ne no gwezo no viezo kwa we ro ya wa dolo e ogun we ri no mo panupo oso wa de a eri de ade mama no onu mama yo no ya tie so wa eri ya no ma de yo na we gbe adolo yi se de mama panu we me igo no we ukinu we wa mi na wa ya de nyo we wa mi ukinu wa de egede ose ni bun ya ilega we o wa be fone e ya be ni aka ya bun ye gbo we ga gwa le no ri obo no mi eru we awe gbe ya so po la line na o ki anu we ki anu po ami obo wa awa kia odo se ki no ke we ke ba nu we wa bi e awa nwa nyo le ra mi ri kia we ga de o ma ni yezu ozo abagi no be no ki abaye we no walumen ami nu no gwo mariwo eru we awe gbe ya kia po na line na o ki nu we wu yo nu fi we ri e nu we no ya dole dagbon we yi e uda so ro bari yo ri enu ene e na no sai e o sa uno ma o so lo ba no la no geru we se we nu na e we da fi ni we do so ba be fi obo we da we be ni ara manu e oba atope ise
anyway ya iwada yi mai bota ma ye na ni wa egewe gba ne iye mo pa yo teme
ibude ma yeye owo wa na gbe ude no ya ero emi eyan ri ewuku hu da we na bu wo de na ni we na lele una ga we utila e o ma ti e mi ropodopa o ma ti e kwaro we kelu ga aye lupo e kan ya aye po na so pa we na lelu we ibude na de na fi weri e aláwọ̀ dá ọ̀rọ̀ agún wẹ̀rẹ̀ èdè ó tẹ̀mú wẹ́ẹ̀rẹ̀ kìnnà ibi eré náà wọn ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí.
iṣẹ́ ọ̀tẹ̀mẹ̀ pàṣọ.
dọ́mọ̀ sọ ẹ̀dọ́ ló pẹ̀ wò èyí máa yá mọ̀ ẹ̀ pọ̀ wọ́n wàyà mẹ́rin wàyà dàmí ma wàgí aláàánà fi bọ̀ wèrè ní ìyá dó má ni ma ọba àtọ́pẹ́ yìí.
èyí mẹ́rin yé ẹ̀nọ́sọ abọ́sẹ́jẹ́ ní orí pọ́n wàyà fẹ́ ayéwé nírun ní salóbọ́lá wòwò nà fíà gbéra rọ màyà fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ní wàyà fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ní ọba bẹ́ẹ̀dọ̀ yà fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ní wà nọ̀nyà wákẹ́ nọ̀nyà dẹ́ yà fẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ náà gbogbo ọdún ẹkì èyí yanu wàrí àtọ̀ bọ́mu èmo ni yẹ wébe èyí afẹ́ ní lẹ́mọ́tò yẹ ìyárìyárì wáyà sọ wà ní wékùn ọ̀mìn ní lọ́sùtò wà á fẹ́ wọ́ lọ́mọ yọ sùtò tó wà fẹ́ mi àwọn ní aláwọ̀dọ́ àwọn arọ́ nẹ́dọ̀ yà fẹ́ ọba àtọ́pẹ́
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
ITV, certainly the best.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program Talking Business on ITV. I am Lawrence Osifo, and it's a great pleasure to have you join us on the show this beautiful afternoon. Now, it's a season of budget proposal for the year to come. So states are presenting budget to the Houses of Assembly. At the national level, the president should already be in the National Assembly now with the joint session of both the Senate and the House of Representatives for the presentation of the 2026 appropriation bill and the one you call budget. But here in Edo, we've seen our own fair share on Monday, on Monday or Tuesday, where the governor of the state, Senator Monday Ukpebolo, has sent a budget proposal to the tune of 939,850 million naira to the State House of Assembly for the fiscal year of 2026. Christian, the budget of under the Shine agenda, it was christened by the state governor the budget of hope and growth. So we'll be delving our attention into the budget in itself, how it's going to impact the populace, the people who live in Edo, citizens, whether you're Edolite or you are, as far as you're based here, how will this budget definitely have economic impact on the citizens and everybody in the state. That will be our topic for discussion on the show this afternoon. And I have someone who will be joining me to help me make sense out of the budget. He is a senior special assistant to the governor himself on special duties, the person of Alex Uriesi. Alex Uriesi joins me virtually on the show this afternoon. Good to have you, Alex, and thank you for joining us. All right, thank you so much for joining us again on the program. Let's now delve into the conversation. Like I said earlier, I have the senior special assistant to the Edo State Governor on special duties, the person of Alex Uriesi, who joins me live on the program this afternoon. Good afternoon, Alex, and good to have you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
All right. First of all, before we delve into the budget for 2026, before we start looking at how it will impact the lives of the people of Edo, let's make sense out of 2025 budget, which is still running, still have about, let's say, 2 weeks as the case may, okay, not up to 2 weeks, a week and a few days as the case may be. In your own analysis, do you think the 2025 budget, I think around the tune of 600 billion thereabout, for 2025, did you think it made a positive impact on the life of the people before we look into the 2026 budget in itself?
Thank you for having me. Yes, the 2025 budget, I can say categorically made a lot of impact. As far as we are concerned, we are aware of the numerous projects that have been in play as at 2025, throughout 2025. In 2025, we had the birth of the Ramat Park flyover come to life, which is one of the major and the most astounding projects Edo has ever had. Are we going to dive into education, where the Commissioner for Education and His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo keeps improving the lives of our Edo students, commissioning schools left, right, and center. Even until this day, as at yesterday, a school was being commissioned also. New chairs, new classrooms, new class boards. So after these kids go on break, they are coming back to a serene environment for education, which I know and I believe was part of the 2025 budget. Are we going to go into healthcare, where we have the MDAs like the NHIS and the Commissioner for Education, who are trying to also improve the living or livability lifespan of every Edo indigent? The 2025 budget has indeed been impacted and indeed impacted the souls and lives of the Edo indigenes. Are we going to look at the issue of insecurity, which is still being handled, by the way? When we talk about insecurity, we can then dive into the area of cultism. We can both agree that on before now and the former administration, cultism has been a menace, which has been one of our major insecurity problems in Edo State. But as of today, as I speak to you, cultism is sleeping. Cultism has died in Edo State. The task force put together by His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo has made numerous and major impacts in the life of Edo citizens. You believe this now. I know you know this. You can walk around in the evening now in Benin. You can walk around in the areas of Edo State, and it is showing impact and improvement. And these are the areas this budget has gone to. And these are just the mere things His Excellency has started with. I can imagine what is to come in 2026. Are we going to look at the areas of road and infrastructure? We can both believe that or understand that one of the most major talked about project that was just completed was the place that erosion destroyed about a year ago, before Senator Monday Okpebholo came into office. Well, go and look at that gully. Go and look at that place that took some lives and destroyed houses and farms in that area. Go and look at it now. It is solid and apt. I'm sure one of your reporters even covered it. And these are evidence that the 2025 budget was impactfully and perfectly used. Senator Monday Okpebholo is not a man that will do a job and will not perfect it. He presented the budget and he carried out the assignment as he said he will, and he has delivered. He has delivered more than what I'm sure he set out to do. That's because this is a man that has a vision. This is a man that knows everywhere in Edo State. There's nowhere in Edo State Senator Monday Okpebholo does not know. So in this aspect, he's reaching out to every community. Obviously, not all areas will be touched in 1 year, but let's give him 4 years and then an extra 4 years, and you see how Edo will drag with the likes of Abuja and Lagos State.
Budget that has been presented to the State House of Assembly, 940 billion naira, higher with 335 billion than that of 2025. So the one of 2025 was lower. That was around 600 billion. But this we have for 2026 is 940 billion naira. Christine budget of hope and growth. Talking about hope and growth, a lot of persons might have issues with the name. It is Christian Hope and Growth. What kind of hope and growth should the average Edolite or someone who resides in Edo be expecting? A breakdown also told us that the capital expenditure and recurrent expenditure of the budget, which we also see the capital expenditure getting higher, as high as 637 billion naira, representing 68%, while the recurrent expenditure 302 billion naira, representing 32%. Let's look at first the name, Hope and Growth, before we now break down the capital and the recurrent expenditure. Do you think the Christian name, Hope and Growth, is what the people should expect or should get by when we are closing 2026, say by this time next year? Should we expect that really from the part of the governor?
Thank you very much. Hope and growth, hope and growth, hope and growth. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria came into power with renewed hope. And the hope is what we are seeing. The hope now has watered down to Edo State, most especially by Senator Monday Okpebholo, with the good work he's doing. Hope and growth. You talked about the increase of the influx of the budget. Obviously, it was going to increase because the government now has structure, has a plan laid out for where Edo State will be by the end of 2026. You and I will both agree that not too long ago, all the commissioners were sworn in, and new parastatals and new MDAs were created in order to give Edo people the deserving state and city that they deserve. Senator Monday Okpebholo is a master planner. He knows what he is doing. Not too long ago, we had people who were kind of laughing and calling Edo names, but with their same mouths, they came back to praise Edo State by the doing of what the governor, the executive governor of Edo State is doing. Yes, hope and growth is what we will receive, because there is no way we are going to go back. Not too long ago, yesterday, I saw Christmas lights at the Ring Road roundabout and some other places in Edo State. That is hope in its sense, because not too long ago, nobody thought of putting Christmas lights outside their house because there was nothing to celebrate. Edo State was in a caricature of darkness. Everybody's mind was of sadness and unhappiness. But now that hope and growth by His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo has come into power, we can both see it. It is visible. It is visible. Edo is beginning to feel like a city of itself and not a lost glory. And that is because there is a governor who has brought hope. It's not just a budget of figures, it's a budget of impact. We are going to see it by ourselves by the end of 2026, because you will be shocked about the amount of projects that are in that budget that will impact the lives of the Edo indigenes. Are we going to talk about human capital development, which is very important and key? Are we going to look at the lives of the commissioners that were sworn in? Educated people, sound people in their fields. The governor is not sleeping. He knows what he is doing. He handpicked and selected and screened these people who know and are aligning with the vision of the governor to bring Edo State to where it's supposed to be. Are we going to dive into agriculture? Agriculture that we so know. He just commissioned so many agricultural equipment with the Senate president who came to Edo State to commission this project. So are we going to even dive into where agriculture is going to be by the ending of 2026? Agriculture is going to be big in Edo State, which is going to reduce the cost of foodstuff and cost of feeding in Edo State. And then we'll begin to export foods to other states. These are the dreams, the vision and idea that His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo is trying to bring into Edo State. The governor does not go around and see other states looking nice and doesn't want Edo State to be like that. He barely does anything for himself or have time to even enjoy the goodness of the office. Instead, he goes about looking for how to impact life. Have you ever seen a governor that responds to issues of a state immediately? That is because the man doesn't rest. The man doesn't sleep. Hope and growth is the only way forward. Hope was lost in the last administration. Hope is gotten in this administration, and we are looking to grow from there. That is a visionary budget that has a way forward. And let's look at the increase of the budget with the influx of more commissioners now to do the right job. Just 300 billion above. That's not even, a lot of people were saying it should have even increased it to 1 trillion and above. But I'm sure he is strategic and understands what he is doing as a governor. And I believe by 2026, you and I, we both sit here and deliberate on how great Edo State has been and will be.
Recurrent capital expenditure gained 637 billion naira, while the recurrent expenditure gained 302 billion naira. You and I know what the capital is meant for and what recurrent is meant for. But the recurrent rather, is that not too on the high side? Because the recurrent expenditure doesn't really have what it does for the people, if you ask me personally. Because recurrent expenditure is like those money you keep aside to maybe for enjoyment as the calories and all that. Wouldn't more, maybe more of the percentage have gone into capital expenditure for road construction, healthcare, education, just name the things that the people want, rather than, you know, giving such a kind of a humongous tool for the capital recurrent expenditure, rather. That is on one hand. Then two, the budget is said to be funded from you know, IGRO, internally generated revenue, with a sum of 160 billion naira. Why such huge sum to fund the budget? And let's look at the recurrent and capital as we're put together.
Thank you for that very sound and very sound explanation on the current, capital, and IG. I want to let you know something. Edo is no more where it used to be. Just not too long ago, we surpassed or increased our IGR as about 6 months after the governor got into power, which means the governor is doing something right. The governor is doing something right, and the IGR is increasing, which means the IGR will now have the capacity to fund some or all of the budget. Then don't forget that His Excellency has master planners, and him himself is the master planner who is working to better the lives of Edo State. Using or having more on the capital, or having more on the recurrent and less on the capital, it is all strategy. It is all strategy. I don't believe we have to have the same kind of strategy that has failed us in the past. If we use the same strategy that has failed us in the past, and we are trying to understand where we are going, then we will fail again. But then His Excellency has sat down with his team smartly. I don't even know, the English is just evading me, but I can tell you that that budget is a budget of ideology and growth, and a budget that is going to put Nigeria, that's going to put Edo State on the map. I can assure you that. If we want to start looking at the mathematics, the plus and minuses and all of that, I'm sure you pretty much understand the strategy behind this. But don't forget that a lot has been done in 2025 alone. Most incoming governors or most first-time governors will not do that. They will say, I will do it in my next tenure. They will say, I will do it next year. They will say, I will do it the year upper. But His Excellency started and used all the available resources to begin major projects, not little projects, major projects in his first year. A lot of first timers, a lot of governors will not do that because they would have their own strategy, I don't know, to want to do less and then shout later. But His Excellency is shouting now and showing you projects that matter, projects that will change. You can see the internal roads that have begun. They said he was not doing roads, but don't forget that he was waiting for the rains to go down. Now the rains have gone down. The roads have begun, they've begun fixing all the roads that have been allocated. Over 250 kilometers of road distance is being covered. And as we speak, His Excellency is still lobbying with the presidency to get more and more for Edo State. I want to tell you this. We have given our votes and our trust to His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebholo to run the state, the affairs of the state. And that, I believe, and I assure you, is going to happen. The man is on the road 24/7, making sure that every kobo that has been budgeted for goes into where he says it is going to. I can tell you all the capital projects that have been implemented or that will be implemented.
Let's wrap it up because we need to go. We're pressed for time. What will the average Edolite benefit more come 2026 from this budget? 939 billion naira. That's a huge sum of money. What do we expect more from this budget? The impact on the citizen. In 1 minute, put it together before we go.
The best part of this budget is human capital development. Something that has evaded Edo State and indigenes of Edo State for a long time is hope. There has not been hope for tomorrow, hope to thrive, hope for new businesses, hope for a steady and stable economic environment for people to begin new businesses, the hope for people to dive into different sectors of businesses and then grow. Growth too has been cut short in the past administration. If we look at this administration, there has been a steadiness of everything come good? Are we going to look at the security that is being worked on so much that people have the freedom to move about? That means that goods can move from point A to point B freely. That is a thing that has come to stay. And then I still emphasize on human capital development, which means that there will be growth for the Edo children, there will be growth for our youth, there will be job and employment. There will be so many things. His Excellency is looking into a lot of things that would develop, that will create jobs for Edo-lites, like industries and all of that. But I'm sure you will see all of that because the man is a master planner, like I said, and I believe and I know that Edo will thrive through growth and hope for 2026
Senior
budget.
Special Assistant to the Edo State Governor on special duties. Thank you for your time. Thank you for giving insight to Edo-lites on the 2026 budget. We appreciate you for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
That's the size of our package on the program today. God willing, we'll be back again next week with something more exciting for you. On behalf of my team, we thank you for being a part. I am Lawrence Osifo. I'll see you again. Bye for now.
ITV, certainly the best.
Some days, there comes the Ugemobo Festival, which the Oba celebrates outside the palace gate. A pavilion is built of red cloth where rites are performed to drive away all evil spirits still unsatisfied by the year's sacrifices. The Ugemobo Festival is to commemorate an event in Benin history which dates back to 1504 AD.
Yari yari, Oba Tope! Yari yari,
The Oba of Benin added a colorful mood to the year's celebration as he walks round the city center amidst cheers.
This is Aqua Game, a popular game in Africa played by our ancestors to entertain themselves after each day of farming. It is also relevant in our coronation in Africa. It is a sport and indeed very interesting, as every seed had a role in the game. time is 45 minutes per set. There is no age limit as long as you can spin Akwe seed. Ayo or Akwe game, known as the game of intellectual. This game requires a lot of mathematical skills. Akwe game is played with carved wooden box containing 12 holes.
RTV, certainly the best.
Pitches and voices. My name is Kingsley Okoje, your usual anchor on the program. And as usual, my sign language interpreter for today is Cynthia Godwin. Let me, before I go into the nitty-gritty of today's program, let me start by apologizing to our ardent followers and viewers on television that for quite some time, 2 editions now, we've not been able to come on air. But thank God we are back now to do what we know how to do best, which is, of course, talking about disability, creating awareness on issues concerning persons with disability, not just in Edo State, but in Nigeria at large. And today would not be different as we focus our attention to NAVID. NAVID, of course, is the sponsor of this program, Hitches and Voices. And NAVID is Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disability, a non-governmental organization based here in Benin City, Nigeria, that is advancing the rights of persons with disability. NAVID has embarked on a very noble project, and our guest for today, who's to talk about this, is indeed a noble man. He's the program officer for NAVID, and he'll be taking us through what NAVID is trying to do to support the Edo State Disability Commission. I'm talking about Mr. Isaac Noble. Welcome to Hitches and Voices.
Thank you, Kingsley. I'm grateful.
All right. Like it is with NAVID, one of our core mandates, like I said in my introduction, is to advance the rights of persons with disability. And for quite some time, NAVID participated in several activities, calling on the Edo State government to do the needful by passing a law for persons with disability. That was done, and NAVID was not satisfied. Together with other sister organizations, we pushed for the Edo State government to set up a commission for persons with disability that would drive the implementation of the law. And kudos to the current governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Ukpeulu. He set up the commission to implement the provisions of the law. But the commission is in place now, but I'm sure NAVID is still not satisfied. NAVID has started a project to support the Edo State Disability Commission. And I want my guest in the studio today, Mr. Noble Navid, who is the program officer for NAVID, to take us through this project.
All right, thank you so much, Kingsley. I want to especially greet our viewers at home. Compliments of the season to everyone. Yes, NAVID currently is implementing the project, capacity building for justice providers in handling vulnerable groups project. It's a project that is with the support of the Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Program, ROLAC, implemented by International ID, and supported or funded by the European Union. It's a very short project, just about 2 months, but one of the aim that we have for this project or goal is to achieve the strengthening of justice sector providers, particularly mechanisms, justice mechanisms in the states to be more inclusive and provide more accessibility for persons with disabilities in accessing justice in Edo State. But particularly at the tail end, when we did that proposal, the commission was not yet on board. So as soon as the commission came on board, we saw a need to rework the proposal, and thankfully, ROLAC gave us that open door to rework it. And one of the things we want to achieve, which is very critical for us right now, is the strengthening of the newly established Edo State Commission for Persons with Disabilities. So part of the things we're going to be doing in this project within these next 2 months is to strengthen, we call it institutional strengthening. Yes, institutional strengthening of this commission, of the members, and of course the officials, and to ensure that this commission is able to receive the needed support to carry out its function as a commission that is representing persons with disabilities in the Edo State government. And I would want to say that so far we've been able to achieve some level of results already, though the project just began December 1st. But so far, one of the key provisions that we saw in the law, the Edo State Disability Rights Law of 2022, is that the commission is to function with the support of what we call ex-officials. That is, each of the relevant MDAs or necessary MDAs that's to work with the commission are supposed to designate a senior staff member to serve as an ex-official in the board of the commission. And so when this project came on board, we needed to do a training or a workshop where these ex-officials will be on ground. And so what we did was that we began to mobilize. We wrote to the HOS, and then right now we have these ex-officials currently mobilized to the commission. That is a plus for us because before now, that was not there. All right, so but through this project, we're able to mobilize, and this commission right now has expanded its board to include these ex-official members. And just last week here, we had the first 2 days workshop training to train the commission and, of course, these ex-official members on what is required of them to function and to push the commission as a regulatory body to truly achieve its objectives for which it was set up for.
You just said something that's very striking. You mentioned the objective of the commission. How significant is this training? How will this training help members of the commission to effectively achieve the implementation of their mandate?
Thank you. You see, the commission, like I stated, is a newly set up commission, so they are still at the very base level, all right? And giving them the needed support right now is all that is required, okay, to function effectively. Yes, the government has done their part by establishing a commission, but if you notice, during the just concluded International Day for Persons with Disabilities, on the 5th, we organized, in collaboration with the Commission and JONAPID, NAVID organized the 14th Rights Above Charity Lecture. The theme for this, for the lecture was from establishment to effectiveness, making inclusion the heartbeat of governance in Edo State. So that signifies that we know that government has played its role by establishing the commission. Right now, what we are looking at is to see how this commission can be effective. So the training we did last week was a 2 days workshop to train. We got the consultant to train the commission and, of course, the ex-official members on the statutory role as a commission. And one of the outcome or output from this 2 days workshop is the development of the operational manual for the commission. You know, for example, these are baby steps we are taking, especially as a commission, the commission level. So we are helping them take that step, like providing a guide, all right? So one of the outputs is that we've been able to achieve the operational manual, which is being fine-tuned currently as we speak. All right, and also I want to also let you know that just the previous week before the December 5th, December 3rd program, we were able to even achieve the simplification of the Edo Disability Rights Law of 2022. It's still under this output from this same very project, where the law is being simplified so that the common man can access the provisions of that law without needing a learned colleague to decipher the content of the law. Yes. So that is part of the things we are trying to achieve. And one of the things you will see that at the end of this 2 days capacity training that we did, there was increase in knowledge, all right, on the part of the commission on their statutory role, and also what is expected of them as per the public, and at the same time too, the part that is very important for them is to understand their regulatory function, all right, as a commission. And one of the things that will help them guide their operations was the operational manual, which, like I said, was developed in that workshop. So you see that it's a whole robust program that at the end, in the next 1 year, 2 years, you will not believe how much we would have achieved by this foundation that is being laid.
You talked about an operational manual, which is one of the key documents or one of the fallouts from the 2 days capacity training. I also know that you are working towards developing another document, which is a strategic work plan for the commission, but we'll talk more about that. We'll go on a quick break now. Don't forget the program is Hitches and Voices, coming to you courtesy of Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disability, NAVID, a non-governmental organization here in Nigeria. We'll go on a quick break now. We'll come back. We'll continue our conversation with our guest, Noble NAVID, a program officer with NAVID. We'll be back. Back from that very short break. If you're just joining us, the program is Hitches and Voices. Don't forget, our conversation has been with Mr. Israel Noble Isaac, a program officer with NAVID, and he's been having conversations with us about NAVID's intervention or NAVID's support for the Edo State Disability Commission to strengthen the commission, to enable the commission fulfill its core mandate. And before we went on break, he was talking about helping the commission develop a operational a document that will help them function very well. Like I said before we went on the break, you talked about a strategic plan. Why do you want to help the commission develop a strategic plan?
All right, thank you. Thankfully, we have a government that's very supportive of the commission since its establishment. And one of the things that we also say is the outcome, an outcome for the commission since inception is that for the first time they were able to defend their budget, and for 2026 fiscal year they will be operating with a budget. All right. So we, as a development partner, NAVID, we see the need that it is important that they don't just implement programs or projects, but they have a policy drive. All right, so that's why we, with support from the ROLAC program, we are able to, that will be in January 2026, we'll be having a 3-day strategic planning workshop with the commission members and of course the ex-officials who have just been inaugurated into the commission to develop a 3-year strategic plan and a work plan for 2026 based on the budgets that have been submitted already to the states for the commission, so that it will be like strategic plans are like roadmaps. They show you direction. They direct you on projects and programs that you do. Is a policy direction. All right. So the strategic plan we are looking at is that it's going to be for 2026 through to 2028, which of course also in addition, like a cherry on the cake, will also be including the 1-year work plan, which is for 2026 for the commission. So that at a glance, even if they are going to be desiring partners to join them to push through with the strategic plan, it will be easier to bring partners on board, to be easier to bring, all right. Yes.
I don't want us to be too academic with this program so that an average listener can follow properly. But the essence of all of this is to ensure that the commission functions optimally and deliver on its core mandate, which is to provide for the welfare and to protect the rights of persons with disability. I believe that's the essence of all of this activity. But let's go back to the ex-official you talk about. I believe these are members of various MDAs who will be working with the commission to achieve its mandate. And I like the fact that you are carrying various members of each ministry along. But I just want you to speak to the specific. Why is it important for these ex-officials to be part of the commission, to understand what the commission is doing so that they can implement it at their various ministry? How important is this?
All right, you just answered it.
I want you to expand on it.
You just answered it because their involvement play a great role. One, at the beginning stage, when you are part of those laying the foundation, you're able to contribute meaningfully to the raising of the edifice, all right? So in this case, the ex-official coming on board right now at this ground level is very critical. They understand where the commission is and where the commission is going. And so, as representatives of these various ministries are on board, for example, Ministry of Justice, one of their rep was available throughout the 2 days workshop. When he goes back to the Ministry of Justice, his role, his responsibility is to ensure that all the programs the Ministry of Justice will be carrying out henceforth should be inclusive. It should have a disability component, because disability is a cross-sectorial or multi-sectorial issue. All right, and therefore, talking about access to justice, for example, talking about accessing the maybe family courts or whatsoever, he understands the concept, because the truth is that you can't advocate for what you don't understand. So if they are on board, they understand the concept, they understand the idea from which persons with abilities are speaking from, and so when they are at the implementation or policy level in their various ministry, they can make meaningful contributions. Okay, I'm representing this group in this capacity, and I can speak for them in this level. So can we make this program more inclusive? And how do we do it? You will now see them bringing ideas. Okay, we can do it this way, because they already have ideas. They've been trained on how inclusive programs should look like.
Oh, beautiful. So for example, maybe someone, an ex-official in the commission who is a staff of the Ministry of Information, for example, if there's a policy to carry out a campaign or an awareness creation, he's going to speak for the disability community to say, look, we must make this campaign more inclusive.
Thank you.
Because sometimes we see campaigns on television, on radio, and they are not inclusive enough. They don't carry the deaf community along. You do jingles, there are no sign language interpreters to help the deaf community understand what you're talking about. If there's an epidemic now, how is the deaf community going to be aware? So such ex-official will help break down, unbundle these policies, and ensure that they are more inclusive, they are more disability friendly. That's a good one. Let's look at you say it's a 2 months program.
Yes.
So at the end of these 2 months, what does NABID hope to achieve with this project?
Thank you. I will just run through the line of project activities that we have planned out, so that when I speak to the results, it will be clearer. Especially to our audience out there. One of the things we want to achieve primarily is to increase access to justice.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. For example, strengthening the commission is in a way improving access to justice, because persons with abilities will have better representation, both at the government level and also at the monitoring level, where you talk about regulatory functions. All right. Also, we want to see that the current law, Disability Rights Law 2022 of Edo State, is simplified. Like I mentioned, we are simplifying that law. We've done the validation session just earlier this month, the 3rd or 2nd, I think 2nd of December. And part of that, what we did was to validate the simplified version of the disability law. And after we are done with the final editing, we'll be producing even braille versions and other large print versions, so that it will be available for the various clusters to access. That's one of the things we want to
members
achieve.
of the public in
general.
Yes,
of course. Even the digital copy will also be made available for anyone to access it in a simplified language. All right. And secondly, we are looking at conducting a research, all right, on inclusivity of the Edo State Civil Service. All right, because we believe that the current state of the Edo State Civil Service on inclusion, all right, is not, there's no data backing. Though we know that the government have tried, the government have tried by employing, persons with disabilities. Just recently, after the 14 and above charity lecture, you could see that the governor gave direct appointments to one barrister, Kanyes Idahosa, into the Ministry of Justice. That is applaudable, all right? And we through this project want to strengthen inclusion in the Edo State Civil Service. And one of the ways we want to do this is through data research, where we can say, okay, this is where we are. All right, this is how far, this is what is commendable from what the Edo State government has done, and also make recommendations. How can they improve? Because it's not enough to employ, it's not enough to bring persons with abilities into this space to work, but are there reasonable accommodations? All right, are there accessible buildings? These are things that we are looking at in this research, and it's going to be, we will make the findings public, so that the members of the public can also have access, and also even use it to make decisions, informed decisions moving forward. Then thirdly, we are looking at also this strengthening of the commission. We've talked about it already, the professional manual, and of course the strategic plan for 3 years that will cover the commission's operation and that will strengthen their operations as a commission. Then also we are looking at a case where we're also going to be creating awareness. For example, this program we're having now is an awareness creation program. Of course. So we are creating awareness not just on the project itself, but also on disability issues, how front burner issues are perceived, all right, by the general public, and how they can better position themselves, you know, in responding. You know, you need to respond right when it comes to disability issues, all right, because that's why we are creating that awareness to ensure that there is deeper understanding. So part of the result we want to see at the end of this project is that there is increase in our awareness, one, on disability law, and of course on disability related issues when it comes to access to justice. And also, let me also skip this also. One of the critical components we're also seeing here is that there's an intersection of disability and sexual and gender-based violence. Yes, there's an intersection, because most of the times, most of these vulnerable persons are persons with disabilities, but they don't speak because they don't have a channel through which they can speak. So part of this we're going to be doing this project also is that in next year, January, we're going to be training SAC workers. All right, it's part of this project. We're going to be training SAC workers in Edo State on inclusive practices in handling sexual and gender-based related issues. Yes. We're going to be doing that, and part of the result we want to see is that we'll have more inclusive practices. For example, earlier this year we did a research. When we were doing some of our findings, we find that at the state level in the SAC center, they don't have a database disaggregated by disability. So they agreed to us
to take count of persons who have been violated.
Thank you. They agreed to us that persons with disabilities have been violated. They've come to report, but in their database they don't have that, because in their case form disaggregated by data. So that's part of the reason why we are doing this training also to strengthen that provision.
All right, we'll continue this conversation. It's quite an intense one, and it's obvious that the program officer for NAVID, Mr. Isaac Noble Israel, has a lot to say concerning this subject. We'll bring him on again to expand more on this conversation, but unfortunately, we've run out of time to continue the conversation today. Like I said, we'll stay on this topic and expand on it. It's a wrap for the program today on Hitches and Voices. I'd like to thank you for following us on the program, and for our listeners on radio, thank you for taking our time to also listen to the program today. We'll do this again next week. Till then, my name is Kingsley Okoje, saying spot the hitch and be a voice.
RTV, certainly the best.
This is Anegbete community, situated in Isako Central Local Government Area of Edo State. It is an agrarian community with united people that promotes unity and oneness for peaceful coexistence. The inhabitants of the community migrated from Benin, the cradle of black civilization, a kingdom where king is truly king. The ancestors of Anegbete saw that age was the main determinant of leadership in the rural setting, and the eldest man in the settlement was regarded as the leader who presided over meetings, and his authority is held in high esteem. To further strengthen this unique system of leadership, age group evolved in Anegbete. In Anegbete, age group is categorized into two, that is, the common and the noble. Anegbete is rich in cultural heritage, as the community at noon saw the commitment of the festival with the first set roll out in beauty colors to showcase their might and strength, indicating their feet and ready for the responsibilities behold on them. The streets in the community with a feed up of young men and women adorned with the festival. Later, the royal family takes the stage as their children fight out royally and work in the community to showcase their might and fitness.
ITV, certainly the best.
Some days, there comes the Ugemobo Festival, which the Oba celebrates outside the palace gate. A pavilion is built of red cloth where rites are performed to drive away all evil spirits still unsatisfied by the year's sacrifices. The Emobo Festival is to commemorate an event in Benin history which dates back to 1504 AD.
Yari yari, Oba Tope!
The Oba of Benin added a colorful mood to the year's celebration as he walks round the city center amidst cheers.
ITV, certainly the best.
Super Eagles, waiting they happen, waiting they shell, we want know. However, anywhere you there for Nigeria, there for Benin City, and those states outside Nigeria, the truth of the matter be say, say this African Cup of Nations, na pepper, the pepper. So many Nigerians don't they talk, say, be like say na Super Eagles of Nigeria, then go win this Nations Cup. Some say na lie. Some say because say they not feel qualify for World Cup, that's why Super Eagles of Nigeria go make sure say they win this Nations Cup. But I want to enter street, people don't they talk, people don't they talk, say this match between Nigeria and Algeria. Some people say na 5-0. Some say na 10-0. Some say na 2-0. Some say na 3-0. Some say na penalty. Some say this match between Nigeria and Algeria, it go enter a strike time. Some say na 90 minutes Nigerians Super Eagles go to win this match. But you will they watch us now for television, how na day? Happy New Year 2026. Say since when it be say this African Cup of Nations start for Morocco, you dey see am say everybody they watch the match. ITV said they shwam, everybody they shwam. But you will don't watch Super Eagles since they start from the first. They start from they play with Tanzania, then win Tanzania. From Tanzania, then they play who they play again? Who they play again? Who they play again? Who they play again? You want to tell me? Who they play again? They play the other one, they win them. They can say, okay, now Mozambique. Now they give Mozambique Kondo. But now Super Eagles of Nigeria don't qualify for the quarterfinal. And now the match will go qualify them to semi-final. Now they want play. So that means to say Nigeria and Algeria. If you see the team, if you see the two names, Nigeria, Algeria. But you will they watch us now. Who will win this match? Super Eagles. Waiting they happen, waiting they shell, we want know. Osime there, look my there, I'll call there. Who you the one made the coach? But we will say congratulations to the coach. Oh. This is our coach, Michel. Try. No. Waiting they happen. Now different newspaper now because of this match. Africa Cup of Nations. Many people don't talk say Nigeria will win Algeria, but we don't look at them. This one say Algeria versus Nigeria. Osime Lukman Ako to wreck Desert Warrior. But you want to watch us now. How many 0 will tell you? Some people say we go win Algeria 3-0. Some say na 10-0. Some say Nigeria go play final. Some say we not go qualify enter semi-final. Some say we go qualify. Some people don't talk say since Nigeria not fit go World Cup, make sure say we win this Nations Cup for Morocco. Okay, well done. Okay, you dey watch this Nations Cup since then? I dey watch them. Tomorrow now we want play Algeria. Waka. Super Eagles versus Desert Warrior of Algeria. Waka. Why you dey see Super Eagles since they start this Africa Cup? Hey, they are the best. Super Eagles, they are the best. So now they talk. They are the best. Why you talk? Okay, wait. They don't win. They not the winner. Predict Nigeria Algeria match. Nigeria. Yes. Nigeria. Yes. 3-1. Super Eagles. Waiting they happen. Waiting they share. We want know. Now, may they play Osimhen or may they come out Lookman? No, two of them. They play hand to hand. As he Lookman pass at him, he go truck. No, may they see your leg as he play like this. As he get this. Osimhen go knock out. You know, say when we start this Nations Cup, we play Tanzania. We knock them. We play Uganda. We play Tunisia. Now we play Mozambique. I said the first time, I come on Nigeria, I come out two of them. Now I say, hey, when I see the match, now I say, now I see go. Now I say, even if the money I have, I collect. Okay. Did they watch the matches there?
You know they watch Nigeria match.
They watch Nigeria match.
They give us the hot cake. No. Our club side that they watch.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm very fine.
Since when this competition starts, they watch them at all for television?
Of course.
Don't forget, say ITV they show, but Nigeria won't play Algeria now. How you they see? You should say we go fit qualify to semi-final.
That one I walk over now 3-1. Just walk over. We go beat Algeria anyhow.
How you could they talk like that?
First 45 minutes we don't score our 3 goals.
45 minutes
we don't get our 3 goals.
Okay, now which players would they feel say they go knock? They go score goal now between Algeria and Nigeria. Osimhen did there, Lookman did there, Akko did there.
Osimhen go get goal. Udidi go see get goal.
Indeed.
Yes.
But some people don't talk say it won't be. Now he be the distributor.
Yeah,
okay, you they had the family.
Thank God.
You don't watch this Nations Cup since then.
Why they follow up
Africa
now?
Cup of Nations.
Why?
You know say Super Eagles did there.
Yes.
You know say Senegal did there.
Yes.
You know say Morocco did there.
Morocco did. Cameroon did. Egypt did.
Now Nigeria.
Mali did.
We want to play Algeria now.
Yes.
How you see this match tomorrow?
Nigeria go show them. Nigeria go teach them lesson. Because if you watch Nigeria game, every match that they improve. The will be there. Ademola Lookman dead there. Osimhen dead there. Moses Simon dead there. Chukwumeze dead there. Akko dead there. Nigeria go win Nigeria.
The first match we beat Tanzania.
Yes.
Uganda.
Now 4 team, we don't wire them. We want Nigeria to send message to them by beating Mozambique 4-0. 4 Pondo. That is the message Nigeria tell them say we go win that match.
Tomorrow, Nigeria and Algeria.
Algeria they make mad. Me want tell you say it's going to be 3-0. Why would they beat the 1980? I was in the commenting box that 1980 when we beat Algeria, when we host the Nations Cup, where we win the.
But you they talk like say we go play final or we go win this Nations Cup or we go not go pass semi-final.
Me they tell you, don't be pessimistic, be optimistic. We go win this nation.
Super Eagles, waiting they happen,
up Nigeria, up the pipe.
Thank you. Super Eagles, waiting they happen. If they say as I just this street now, just at the track, and they go Morocco like this, so Morocco now they go so, and they go Morocco. I will go watch the match. Super Eagles and Algeria. Who you say go win the match? But Nigeria. Now tomorrow tomorrow Africa Cup of Nations. You know they watch
precisely. I know if it predict because these people they are strong contender. So, but one thing I know is that Nigeria will win the match. Nigeria will win the match on a triumphant entry.
Tomorrow match.
Absolutely.
Algeria.
Nigeria will win the match.
No forget say first match we knock Tanzania. Second match we knock Uganda.
Agree.
Third match we knock Tunisia.
Agree.
Mozambique we knock them woto.
Agree.
Now quarter final now we there so.
Definitely Nigeria will win the match.
Who be the Nigeria players where they look to? And people don't talk say what Osimhen do for that fit that day. Say they not like him.
Nigeria not get Nigeria's football. When they watch football, they don't have passion. I watch Nigeria is my first club that I watch in the whole world. Nigeria is my country, and I watch Eagle. I must watch tomorrow match. So nothing will stop all of them. They are good players. You don't expect any small mistake, you abandon them. You are not a passionable
Clear the road for Super Eagles. Okay, see this paper. Clear the road for Super Eagles. Ndidi, say Ndidi to pay Eagles match bonus. Yes. He's saying go pay him.
Definitely. He's very happy about it.
But are you happy about our new captain?
Who is the captain now?
Ndidi.
Whoever be the captain of that team, they are team makers.
Congratulations.
Also, waiting they happen.
Abena which Abena Beladi. No matter their plans, so we go see they fly.
Tomorrow match prediction. Nigeria or Algeria?
I give it to Nigeria.
No, now give what you.
1-0.
1-0.
Yes, 2-1
again. Super Eagles.
Now waiting they happen. Now waiting they shell. We want know. Abena which Abena Beladi. No matter their plans, so we go see they fly.
Nigeria.
We thank God for the ones they don't play so far, and so far so good. Super Eagles, they are doing well.
No more start from the first match and look at the players and what you say we need to do now.
They just need to play as a team. Thank God, so God don't help them. They don't play the goal, so they just need to play as a team. Then be disciplined. Number one thing for footballer, you are sportsmen. You have to be disciplined. When you are disciplined as a captain or as a bowler, you have to lead the rest, and they play with unity. At the end of the day, success will be our portion.
Predict Nigeria or Algeria match.
Now 2-0. Now 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Some people they talk say they're not going to play Sima tomorrow. They're not going to play Lukman tomorrow. Or if you say the coach need to do any changes.
Well, for that Osimhen issue, you know, say na the association issue now, because like wetin Osimhen do, that one na sign of indiscipline. And many of us know like as a sportsman, because as a big name Osimhen, you need to respect yourself, you need to respect your teammates and respect your coach.
No, what thing they chat to it? They say he wants score more goal, or they not give a ball, make him score more goal. Why not for stadium that day for the match against Mozambique? He called them, want them.
Now more goal now, they not give a goal to score now. He wants score more.
Tomorrow, Super Eagles of Nigeria will meet Algeria for Africa Cup of Nations for Morocco. People don't they talk say they go win also. Some people say they're not going to win us. Some people say we'll go win this final. But you don't watch this match since then. That's part of your business schedule.
Okay, the match they don't chop my money plenty. They don't chop my money. I don't subscribe. Make sure they watch all of it from beginning to the end. I don't play with them. I don't tell your brother, William, for ITV. But make sure say ITV they show us.
Yes.
People will know if you watch international.
Yes.
They watch local.
ITV they show life and that. But okay, how you see tomorrow match?
Okay, that tomorrow match. No, I don't understand. No, say they go pay them bonus late. Why? They complain say that bonus they never pay since. We don't everybody they work like they chop. So, but all the same, at the here to this morning say they don't pay their bonus.
Yes, nah.
So may they buckle up. We are there to support them.
First match we knock Tanzania. Second match we knock Uganda. Third match we knock Tunisia. Fourth match we knock Mozambique. Now this desert warrior of Algeria now.
Okay, that match.
Predator.
Anyway, I don't know whether any Nigeria, any Super Eagles chop akpo. I for say when they go ready today. Chop akpo because Nigeria they don't play with Nigeria. Now brothers we want interfeed.
Nigeria or Algeria.
Now brothers they want interfeed. Now tomorrow, people will win tomorrow and they carry the cup.
The winner between Nigeria and Algeria.
Tomorrow. Now they won't carry the cup.
Congratulations.
Now two.
Clear the road for Super Eagles. What you talk just now? Okay. You know, yesterday we play match for Morocco, African Cup of Nations. You know, You know, yesterday Nigeria won't meet Algeria tomorrow.
Nigeria go scatter them. You go finish them. Let me tell you, you don't know the country where you belong to. We go deal with them. This one no be 2019. This one Osimhen dey there, Lukman dey there, Akko dey there. Our number one goalkeeper, he dey there Girigba.
You know, yes, that's strong team there. Egypt dey there, Morocco dey there, Senegal dey there. All of them dey there for this competition, no.
Fake team. Fake, they are fake.
Now you dey check to tell us who will play final.
What? That cup is coming to Abuja. What are you telling me?
Hey.
Our governor, all of us will go there celebrate.
Now don't start again, Nigeria. So now they talk. Now don't start. Now don't start again. Now don't start again.
So I say now cup now we get time. This cup now we get time. No other country. It is by a foreign coach. Not be by matter of foreign coach. I don't provoke. Me, I don't provoke. This now we get time.
Super Eagles, waiting they happen, waiting they shell. We want to. Oh, You dey watch us for TV. You dey watch this Africa Cup of Nations where they take place for Morocco. You know, say when Super Eagles start this match, the first match now against Tanzania. We play Uganda. We play Tunisia. We play Mozambique. Now tomorrow we want to play Algeria, Desert Warrior of Nigeria. People don't talk say Super Eagles should say they'll win this match. Should say Super Eagles of Nigeria will win this match. Don't forget say this Africa Cup of Nations. Better team though. Nigeria go win Algeria tomorrow.
We are winning them.
Nigeria go win Algeria tomorrow.
We are winning them because the place is settled now. But imperfection is human. I know that the reaction was too high for Osimhen, but that is not enough for us to crucify him. He had contributed and did a lot. There was a match between Nigeria and one of the African countries during the qualifier for World Cup. Osimhen had an injury. Early they removed Osimhen, but we lost that match. We lost it, but we forget where rain they beat us, where sun they shine us. General, that is the true story. So yes, you see, General, in this match, I know we will win them. I know. Yes, we will win them. But the truth is that let Nigeria always appreciate what is good. If they make you, that man, those people that are talking against Osimhen, they make them common councillor. They will not allow people to wake up 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. You know, say other players say they want to score. Osimhen say make them give up, but they ain't going to score.
No,
they ain't going to score.
Yeah, that is the truth, General. Listen, if you are in a better position, whether you score 1 goal or 10 goals, provided we win the match. Now they are paying $80,000 to 12 goals. It's supposed Osimhen added that one, Jonah. Will the money not increase? We are not talking of who scored the goal, provided we win the match.
Tomorrow match, predict time.
Yes, I told you, tomorrow match we are winning the match. We are winning it.
No, extra time, how many?
Now we are going to win before 90 minutes. We are not going to add extra time.
Desert Warrior for Algeria.
Yes.
Desert Warrior for Algeria.
Yes, General. We will win
this match it's saying not like it's saying not like why they talk say what Osimhen do. You know, like I say not like what they talk. But how you see tomorrow match?
Well, I expect that Nigeria must win. They will win tomorrow.
They will win Nigeria?
Yes.
First match Tanzania. Second match Uganda.
Tunisia. Yes.
Mozambique.
So tomorrow we go teach them.
Now this man now sports. You talk about sport then, buddy.
They try.
Now African Cup of Nations. I know say you don't follow the match.
Yes.
And we don't say all the big team for Africa that they play where.
Yes.
First match against Tanzania.
Yeah.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Tunisia.
Yeah.
Mozambique. Algeria now. Now people constantly talk say why would they blame Osimhen, but together and all, how you see this matter?
Osimhen na striker, na person wey blood dey hot for ball. He want score. You know say to get highest goal scorer, that match now you fit get many goals. When you don reach quarter-final, semi-final, if you get 1 goal, you get 2 goals, you thank your God. But that match, you don't see say they fit score 4, they fit score 5. As they don't give am that chance, now make am the verse. But what you do, me not like am.
You dey hear no say what you see me do not like am.
I said so. Me not like am because he want break team spirit. That be wetin he try do. But later we hear say he don apologize to the team. So that one don settle. Now tomorrow match, now we dey look forward. But wetin come vex me again, na that their money wey dem no pay them wey dem dey vex for. That one another problem altogether, but you not ask me that one. I don't know that one day your mind.
It has been settled.
Okay, yes, it has been settled.
Predict the match.
The match.
2-1.
2-1. 2-1.
Extra time have been 90 minutes.
No. 90 minutes full time.
Which players you want make Michelle shot for tomorrow? How you want make it one?
Michelle, may you use the squad when they win, they come. Make you not scatter the squad. God knows scatter. Now they carry us go where we not know.
Algeria they wear white. And Super Eagles self they wear white or they wear green.
We are wearing green. We are winning.
White is not the favor.
No, Algeria they must wear their white.
Yeah, we are wearing green.
Wear green. But you hear what they talk to you. So Osimhen they fight make it be the highest goal scorer.
Everybody want to be highest goal scorer. But the truth is that I said in the initial time that the overreaction of Osimhen was bad. But another thing is that we need more goals in that match.
The match supposed to come for our favor now.
Suppose win them normally.
You trust them?
No man, we get everything now.
Who will get? Who will get?
You know they see the attack. You don't know everything.
Who be that?
Osimhen, one of the best for the world. Get Lookman. Many of them, in fact, all of them serve.
First match against Tanzania, Uganda,
finish them.
Tunisia, Mozambique.
Algeria no go different.
Super Eagles, waiting they happen, waiting they shell. We want know. Now, coach, they call me from Morocco now. Oga. I been want to talk to them.
They hear about you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I love you.
Oga. I know if we talk to you now. I did live. Oga. Super Eagles. You don't watch this Africa Cup of Nations?
Yes.
Are you aware we are playing Nigeria tomorrow?
Yes, I will.
See, we go win.
Not winning. I need understanding. Let them understand themselves. God who started the good work will finish it. Now me talking. That man only say is a powerful human being. Osimhen. Now be the content of the tension now.
But people don't quarrel with us.
No. In the spirit of football, he bring out his best. That's why he can correct. I say when I play, I'm a footballer. When I played, my teammate slapped me because I play wrongly. But I forgive him. Why? He wants us to win. That guy have the spirit of coordination. That's why he coordinated well.
They say they fight for something to be the highest goal scorer.
No, let me tell you. If you position, God position you. Why another person no did that position for him to score? If you position, who did the right place to give them, make a score? We need goals. Even that, and even if it's corruption, let's correct it today. If corruption comes celebrating you, you have to acknowledge me. Let him acknowledge everybody. But their position is got their position. Why give him? You're supposed to give him.
If you be the coach now, what do you go do today?
Let me tell you. If I am coach, that boy, don't ignore him. We need the best player to win. And devil can make it bring confusion so that boy will not play. So make them go and reconcile with that boy. It's a spirit of football. I'm a player. Go ask my history. Since 1985, that's when I play ball. I play intermediary and senior team. And when I play, I know I say I play. And I acknowledge my teammates. It's God. They know they learn player. They know they learn practices. They know they learn football. It's inborn. When you have an inborn spirit, nobody will challenge.
Also, waiting they happen.
Clear the road for Super Eagles. You don't watch this cup. You sure say Nigeria go beat Nigeria tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
You don't watch her?
Yes, sir.
You watch her since then?
Yes.
Name 3 players for this Super Eagles so you know.
Lookman,
Osimhen,
and Boniface.
Correct guy. Super Eagles, waiting they happen, waiting they shell. We want know. You didn't watch Africa Cup of Nations then?
Yes, of course now.
You watch Super Eagles?
Yes,
you watch. You want to beat Tanzania?
Take her easy. We know if we get that. As long as they call it on the cup, we not get what we want to do.
No, you don't say tomorrow with the play Algeria.
So the play Algeria, because we say that too, they get caught there. Don't settle for cup now.
Osimhen one fight make a be the highest goal scorer.
You're tired. Osimhen one fight maybe the highest goal scorer. Lookman, I see big name now.
Yeah.
Lookman, I see big name. I see big name. So Osimhen to the first and I play ball pass for Super Eagles. So the thing why I see for them that maybe they are too many try they say to themselves because
the truth to talk to.
Mostly Osimhen. He took the form saying now he get the Super Eagles.
Now the truth they talk for your man so.
I don't talk the truth. Now the fact now all Nigeria not say Osimhen too much. Even for national team for club side. I say they always they do it.
Tomorrow match against Algeria, who go win?
Nigeria will be there if cooperation they, but if cooperation not they say that is their mind will lose.
You go help me beg Osimhen. May calm down. No, that will play like they do. I say, look, man, you don't give me. Nobody you go score.
You say, what be highest goal
scorer? We all go score.
What be highest goal scorer?
Calm down.
May calm down.
We know how they behave with our Benin blood. May calm down. Now, may Nigeria win.
So as they can't do like this, I don't like her.
As like, no, I happy say energy they inside, but they born. If they born, he sure say, in the tell us say this trophy this time around, that they bring her come back to Nigeria. But my only problem is I know they like me Nigeria, they fight. We're supposed to go to collect trophy.
Hey!
Let me beg Osimhen, make calm down.
Predict the match, Nigeria, Algeria. Censé 10-0.
No.
Censé 7-0.
Now you pay that for ticket, con.
Censé 5-0.
Now you carry that, con.
Censé go tell
Mojo leave her for 3-1. Mo no selfish. We give them 1. We take 3.
You don't say Uganda, Tanzania,
but I know what to do so for Nigeria. Oh. 3-1.
Correct.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
You too.
I greet you.
Same to you.
Welcome, bros.
Madam, Happy New Year. You know, you say Super Eagles of Nigeria. Tomorrow we are meeting Nigeria.
Yeah, definitely.
Predict the scoreline.
2-0.
2-0. Yeah. Predict them.
Well, let's say Nigeria now scoring side. 2-0 is okay.
But some people they vex for Osimhen. Wow.
No, so now the passion now. You understand? We're not vex.
Say you want to be highest goal scorer.
Abi, now so it be one person don't score 2 goals. You go on complete time.
You myself say you want to be highest goal scorer.
No, make them not do like that. Who get chance when they give them?
They are brothers.
You understand? Who get chance when they give them? Area journalist.
Confirm. Osimhen say not like the goal that they take the first for him. Say you want to be highest goal scorer.
We'll see him at time. We know the verse for my man, for real.
Tomorrow match, predict of Nigeria.
And Nigeria, man, that 2-1. Favor of Nigeria.
Why go to make you talk like that?
I just dreamed yesterday. I don't even know if you join me today, self.
You dream Siam?
I dream Siam 2-1.
Say Nigeria beat Nigeria?
Yes, now.
2-1. Super Eagles.
Waiting they happen, waiting they share, we want know.
Waiting they happen.
ITV, certainly the best.